Hey everyone, it's been a while, but we're visiting my aunt and uncle in San Antonio, Texas, and I thought I'd make a gardening video. As you can see, they have tons and tons of leaves from the large trees, and they usually just bag them up and then throw them away, but I'm going to rake them up and make some leaf mold. I think the cat's scared. Stranger danger. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just going to take the blower and also the rake and collect them and put them in their garden. They're pretty dry. I've already got a little pile here. I'm just going to use it around certain plants and trees. All right, well, we've got this area done, and you definitely want to keep it off your grass, because if it gets too thick on the grass, it's going to end up killing your grass. This one over here didn't have as much leaves, that's why it's still green. You can tell there's a lot of bare ground here where the leaves were too heavy. I did the driveway. She's getting that side now, and she does have a couple bags that they didn't throw away yet that we're going to use in here, because the leaves are kind of small, so they didn't go too far. And also, we are going to wet the leaves down because they're really dry. Look at the bougainvillea, still in bloom. And we're here in November. It's almost Thanksgiving. Isn't that beautiful? Had pretty nice weather so far. This was the lemon mire that I left here. I used to carry it around with me in my RV, but yeah, I just leave it here now, and it seems to like it much better. She's got a rose over here that's still in bloom. It's definitely getting towards the end for this. Wet the leaves so they stay in place and help them break down. I made sure there was no mulch beside the trunk of the trees. Don't want that, it's not a good thing. Feel like I'm at a car wash. Never seen a sprayer like this other than a car wash. Started to put rocks around this garden bed as well. Still have to wet these leaves down, but I did make sure to pull the leaves away from the wood and the structure. Don't want that to rot anything, just in the garden bed. Once it breaks down over the winter, this should really help next spring for planting things in it. If she wants to do that, we still have all these leaves back here. Well, this is annoying to get into. Is there something blocking it on the other side? You stay, Caesar.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, does it open?
You
Like,
want to open it? Or?
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh, there it goes. Okay, no, back. Get. Jeff, you stand right there. Make sure Caesar doesn't get out. My aunt's getting all the leaves from behind the RV. Oh, look at that. These are already starting to break down since they've been in the plastic bag. She's got several bags back there. She should just leave them over the winter. Spread the leaves, spread the leaves. Oh, yeah, this was already starting to break down. I'm putting a thick layer so it'll keep the moisture in and help with weeds. Don't want weeds in the garden bed. So she's bringing another load over, which we'll put back here. All right, this is almost full, looks good. I added one of the bags back here. It's kind of thin through here. And a pile over there I need to rake out a little bit. Okay, I think we're done with this bed here. Yeah, these leaves are really dry. Dry, dry, dry. But they'll compact down once they start to break down. I was saying this is like a car wash over here. Okay. I need on the other side too. On the other side too. Make sure to keep it away from the trunk. Okay. Let's water this down. Come here, Kellogg. You need a bath? Oh, it's a kitty cat. I guess if you're in really windy places and there's dry leaves, that's not a good thing. You definitely want to get them soaked and keep them pretty moist until they start breaking down. I guess you could always put something over them to keep them in place if you're in a windier location. There's wind here in San Antonio, but luckily where we are is kind of sheltered. Like it was protecting itself. Add some of these leaves into this garden bed that I just made bigger. It was pretty small and there was 2 separate garden beds. I think it looks better all as one.
More right there in the gate. We're right in the gate.
And my aunt's getting those leaves over there. Wow, there's a lot over there. All over here has been cleaned. Hey, Caesar. And this is no more leaves. We're gonna take those leaves, add some more into here because this definitely needs to be thicker mulch, and then do this tree over here. I'm making a ring around this to help keep the leaves in. There's already this wood border here, and where I got these rocks where they were back here. There's no reason for two borders, so I'm making a front border. Perfect. That should be good for that one, and then we'll start putting some leaves in here. I'll rake those out. This will work. Actually, leaf mold is way better for a vegetable garden than one of these where there's trees. But it'd be nice if she decides to put plants in these garden beds. The leaves that broke down. Okay, I think this will be our last garden bed for the day. Definitely looks better than just the dirt. Any kind of mulch makes things look better. Gonna wait for her to bring the rest of that over, and like I said, for the next couple of days, I'll just keep on watering these garden beds to keep the leaves in there. And that should really help with the process. Next spring, she can just put garden soil right over this and plant right in it.
I love you. It's nice to have somebody to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there more leaves?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I believe they're in the...
Well, we could use some more on this side too.
Okay.
For now, while the leaves are breaking down, I just added a few planters in here, just so there's something green there. I believe they're both citrus plants. She said she grew from seed. Looks 100% better. So pretty. I think this side looks better already. And honestly, she doesn't have any young kids. It's just her and her husband. So I would turn this whole thing into a garden bed. Kind of like it's not really a secret garden because it's right by the road. But something with a winding path that loops around and goes to the other side. And just turn this into a garden bed so that way you don't have to worry about raking up the leaves. Just let them fall. And it'll mulch this area. But it definitely needs definition, like a stone-lined garden path that wanders through. I guess you would still have to keep the garden path clean, and that garden path would probably define the garden beds. Like this one would be a huge garden bed here, there'd be a smaller garden bed there, and then this whole thing would be a garden bed. The path would wrap back around this way. That's just my thought, and I will share it with her. So first, instead of a bunch of smaller garden beds, I suggested we made this one bigger. And so we're lining them with this specific kind of stone. I think it's starting to come together. What you want, Caesar? I'm coming right back. Hold on. So I'm going to grab the rest of these bags of leaves and toss them over so my aunt can grab them. All right. You want this bag? Gotcha. All right, last bag. Good boy, good boy. Thank you for helping me. Good boy. All right, you watch the backyard, okay? Watch the backyard. It's almost dinner time. I know you're hungry. Okay, let's finish this before we lose all the light. Here, I'll get those. I'll get that if you want to. Or do you want me to bring them to you?
No, I get it.
Okay, we'll take the wheelbarrow.
I will.
Yeah, there's still more up front. I'll go grab them. My aunt's finishing with the last bit of raking. So we went ahead and did the big garden beds and they look amazing. So we did this one here, put more leaf mulch in here. And this one I still think, but we can do it later, that this should come over here and meet where the hose is and connect this path so it defines this path better. And just make this all a garden bed here, as long as it doesn't affect the driveway. And this came out really well. I added that plant there that was in a pot. I just removed it because it's very thick through pots here, so I thinned it out a bit. This is supposed to be about leaf mulch and it turned into a total gardening video. Anyways, it is what it is. I put the extra bricks here for now. Not sure what we're gonna do with these bricks, but those bricks are the same as these. And I lined this path here so it looks more uniform. And we are gonna finish it and come around the front so that way it's kind of a rectangle garden bed, pretty long and skinny. I told her that she might want to think about planting one kind of shrub here just to make it, give it a border and look more uniformed. But I mean, she could also leave it like this. It looks nice. But now she has room to add one or two more down to the other end. But yeah, I do need to finish this and I'll do that tomorrow. Just running out of time. It's really getting dark. I'm not sure if it shows on the camera. And I already showed you these beds over here. I think this looks good. We did change one thing. She said this is a climber here. So eventually she could put this in the ground, but she's hoping that this will climb up this tree here and that will look nice. As you can see with the tree, it's mainly structure. There's not a lot of leaf growth. But yeah, that's my aunt's new front garden now. Like I said, totally a garden bed right here. I think that will finish everything off. And then in the spring, she can throw down some grass seed in the pathways if she wants to keep it grass. If she doesn't want to go with grass and have to mow it, she could always do this a gravel pathway. I think that would look really nice as well. At least it'll be easier for her to keep up with the leaves because all she has to do is put them in the garden bed. But anyways, we're gonna finish up before it gets too dark. I wanna thank y'all for hanging out with me here at Garden Days. Hopefully we'll see you next time. If you wanna check out more videos, they'll be over here. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so there. Bye for now. Mwah.